Previewing Week 14 in college football here at SBR Forum Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. We're talking right now with returning guest Jeff Grant from the Bleacher Report, who gave us a winner with TCU over Texas last week. Not a huge shock given how Jeff has done all year with us in these videos. And now we're going to take a look at Texas' game this week at Kansas State. Kansas State's an 11.5-point home favorite. The total opened at 10.5. Of course, Kansas State is off a bye, and the week before they had their big loss to Baylor. But Texas just off of a terrible performance on national TV, just kind of like sucked the wind out of their entire season. So I guess you got to lean Kansas State here, but double digits? I mean, Texas is Texas. What do you like here?
Yeah, the line is something to behold, let me tell you. And even with the amount of action that's coming on Kansas State, if you were looking to play Texas as a double-digit road underdog in this game, with the amount of action that's come on Kansas State with the numbers that I've been looking at, you can really only play them if the line went the other way, a reverse line movement. That has not taken shape here. A lot of times people will automatically play a program like Texas getting double digits against the spread. Yeah. So I found that pretty alarming. But I can't exactly play Kansas State as a straight bet wager here, Peter, and the fact that they've won 5 straight in this series, but in those 5 games, they've been an underdog in each one by an average of 9.8 points per game over that 5. So I'm not about to lay double digits in that situation. So I looked at the total. Another reason why I couldn't look at the side is the fact that both these teams have been pretty good in turnover margin. Kansas State leads the nation, and until last week, Texas was number 1 in the nation. They turned the ball over 4 times against Texas. So I think they're not going to give the offense very good field position and turning the ball over deep in their own field of play. Yeah. So I like under in this game, Peter.
Yes, me too. I was just going to say, before you say, I want to predict what you like. Yeah, the under. It looks very high to me, 63.5, especially with all the injuries that, Kansas State has had, and Texas, they're probably going to. So tell us a little bit why you like the under. Go into it.
Well, the first thing is, I know why the total is where it's at based on the fact that Texas hasn't been very good defensively, and we've talked about them at least 2 or 3 times over the course of the season. Our first preview with Texas, we mentioned that their strength was supposed to be on the defensive end. That obviously didn't pan out. Right. But their defensive coordinator has really turned it on, and he's really trying to save his job in Austin. And Mac Brown, he needs a win in this game. Kansas State has had their number, so I think they're going to be up for this game. They also have a couple days extra of preparation off that TCU loss, which should help them. So with the highest total in the last 10 meetings being 55, this is sitting at 63.5. On the other end, Kansas State's not going to get those turnovers if Case McCoy, who's been named the starting cornerback for Texas, doesn't turn the ball over. They've really taken advantage over turnovers, outscoring opponents 121-21 off of turnovers this year. So that's a huge reason of why they are able to pile up points. And I was reading a little bit, Colin Klein, it's been a little troublesome the last 2 games. 4 touchdowns accounted for and 4 interceptions. And he had a head injury a couple weeks ago that some people are kind of looking at in the fact that maybe he isn't all right upstairs underneath the helmet. And finally, Peter, Texas has allowed Kansas State only 394 combined yards in the last 2 meetings, and they've held Klein in those 2 meetings to 223 yards. So I think Texas gets up for this game defensively and keeps it under the total.
I agree. I think both teams get up for this game defensively. Great analysis once again. Jeff Grant from the Bleacher Report. Thanks so much, and we'll talk to you again next week.
Thank you.